The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Welcome to today's webinar. My name is Erin Holscher. I'm the Business Development Manager here at ASTA. I'll be the organizer for today's presentation, hosted by our proud partner, Hilton. It's going to be titled Hilton All-Inclusive Portfolio, Critical Information. Today, we have a very special prize drawing. So excited to announce that one lucky advisor attending live today is going to win either a 2-night stay at a Hilton Hotel and Resorts property or 20,000 Hilton Honors Points. So you must be on the presentation from beginning to end to win, and we will announce the winner live after the Q&A session. Before we get started, I'd like to point out a few important features on your screen that will allow you to interact with us. We'll be answering your questions at the end of the presentation. However, please feel free to submit those questions throughout. To ask a question, you'll go to the GoToWebinar pane. Near the bottom is an area that says Questions. If you click on the arrow next to this, it will open up a new window pane. This is what you'll use to communicate with us. If you are having trouble hearing the presentation, please make sure your speakers are linked and turned on. And if you called in, try hanging up and dialing back in again. You can send me any technical issues via that questions pane, and I'll do my best to troubleshoot via there. Let's see here. Please also note that all audience members are muted. So we certainly want to hear from you, but we have so many people on the call that the background noise would be prohibitive, and we want to ensure that everyone can listen to the entire presentation. Finally, please remember that this webinar is being recorded and available for on-demand viewing at asta.org in just a few short days. Please join me in welcoming today's presenters, Veronique Debo and Janet Heinz. Ladies, take it away.
Thanks so much, Erin. So nice to be here with all of you. Thanks for making time for us. It's always such a pleasure to present and provide you with some updates about Hilton. It's always something going on here, and there's never a boring time, and there's always some fun properties joining our portfolio. So it's great to have a chance to catch up with you. I am joined by Janet Heinz, my partner in crime here, whose focus is our all-inclusive properties. So Janet will be able to get you up to speed about all the latest and greatest about all-inclusives in just a minute. But in the meantime, I wanted to start the call by really just thanking you for your business, and also to let you know that we have increased our level of commitment to ASTA for 2024. We've taken our membership and our participation sponsorship from being a Platinum Proud Partner to this year elevating that status to an Emerald Proud Partner status to be able to even at a greater level support the industry and our trade partner. We're also very, very excited that we will be hosting the convention this in a couple of months here, in 3 months, at the Hilton Anatole in Dallas. So very, very excited. For those of you who've not registered there yet, please make the commitment to come and meet with all of us and further your knowledge of the preferred suppliers who make up the ASTA Proud Partner portfolio. So very, very excited to welcome you down in Dallas at the Anatole, May 29th to 31. So looking forward to seeing you there. Hilton will have, of course, a nice presence. We actually can't miss us. As soon as the doors open, we're the first booth right there, 101. So make note of it. We'd love to spend some time with you. Our whole team, Janet will be there, I'll be there, and some of the members of our business development team. So see you in Dallas, if not sooner. And then speaking of the team, while you speak with Janet and I a lot, I manage the ASTA partnership for Hilton. So you'll see me at a lot of the events. Janet is my counterpart again on the all-inclusive team. But we also have, and this is a growing team, and I'm so grateful that Hilton has committed some additional resources for us to grow our business development team. We're just now making an offer for a 5th business development manager, which is fantastic. So she'll be joining us very, very soon. And they are deployed across the country and also cover some of the Canada territory. If you get one thing out of this entire presentation, which we hope it's multiple things, but one thing would be, please forge a relationship with your business development team. they're here to support you. Maybe it's, you have a group lead and you're not quite sure how to get that sourced across some of our hotels. Reach out to your BDM, let them know what the budget is, your destination, how many rooms you need. And they have a counterpart on our Hilton Direct team that is dedicated to booking groups and meetings and events for travel advisors. They'll take your information, share it with their dedicated counterpart on our Hilton Direct team, and then find some great options for your group, and then connect you with them. And it could be across our 20 brands. So you don't have to go hotel to hotel to find the hotel contact. They'll do all of that for you. They also host 12 events regionally in their territories at our hotels that we invite other hotels to. And then if you are part of their database, they're one of the people that have reached out to them to kind of say, hey, I'm an ASTA member. I'd love to connect in case we need to work together down the road. They'll add you to their database, and then you'll get invited to one of those 12 events that are in your region where you're personally located. So connect with your BDM, forge that partnership. You'll have not only Janet and I to go to, but you'll also have your dedicated BDMs who are here to making sure you're as successful and more than you already are with Hilton. So wanted to make sure you knew about our team. A few portfolio updates. These are fresh numbers as of yesterday. We update these quarterly. We have now over 7,500 hotels in 126 countries. And there's 20 brands, and this is how they fall within the portfolio. So if you're looking for luxury, we have those. If you're looking for, a boutique hotel, we have Curio and Tapestry Collection. We also have a new lifestyle brand that we launched, which is Tempo. We have our first one that opened in New York Times Square area. Brand new construction, fantastic property and great location. So this is just a little bit of a snippet as to where each brand falls within the portfolio. So it's easy to say, I have a client looking for an all suites property. Well, you know what your options are at Embassy Suites, Homewood and Home2. So if you want to know a little bit more about these brands, maybe you're not familiar with all of them, which is extremely fair. We're always learning about them and the new product. I will show you in a little bit how to get to our travel advisor website, where you can, in just a little bit of time, you can learn all about our brands. This is the pipeline. This is also a new number, 3,270 more properties coming to the portfolio. Our luxury collection will double in size. Our boutique hotel collections will double in size. Even Hampton, that has nearly 3,000 hotels now, is getting another 837 hotels. So there is truly something for everyone. And even though we're a 104-year-old company, we're still very much in growth mode. So know that not only do we have 7,500 hotels, 3,200 more are coming and growing. That number changes every single quarter when we present the numbers to the street for our financials call, which was yesterday. Some featured hotels before I move on and let Janet tell you about our all-inclusives that we've added to the portfolio since we last talked. Hilton Boston Park Plaza. So happy. This property was in our portfolio years ago. It came back through a major renovation. As you can see, it looks glorious. And rejoined our portfolio in October. It's lovely. It has a lot of meeting space, great for events, great for meetings, great for if you're working with your clients on a wedding or maybe a board meeting or anything like that. Know that this is a great property that has a lot of meeting space. We're so happy to have a hotel of this size with meeting space in Boston, something we've been needing. So really glad to have it on board. Conrad Orlando opened 2 weeks ago. You might have seen it in the news. We tried to socialize it so you'd be aware of it. Brand new construction in the Evermore destination, which seems to be like the happening place in Orlando now. You'll see on the photo on the top, there's a giant pool. And then on the bottom right, you'll see it's on a 7-acre lagoon with white sandy beaches. So what we've been kind of kicking around and kidding around about is I'm sure those of you who have been in the business for a while have all had that or have heard of this request where a client calls you and says, I want oceanfront, I want an oceanfront room in Orlando. Well, now you actually can offer that because we literally have white sandy beaches in Orlando. Just a gorgeous, gorgeous property. It has a lot of meeting space, which can be segmented if you're doing smaller events or larger ones. So wanted to make sure you'd seen the news and saw some of these images. And then lastly, property that we'd been, really, really anticipating opening. January 11th was the official opening date. Signia by Hilton Atlanta. It's attached to the Congress Center, which you can see directly to the left of it. The property is brand new construction. It's amazing. I was there for a hard hat and I've got nothing but positive feedback about it. 75,000 square feet of meeting space, which can be aligned with the Congress Center if you have a client looking for even more space than that. Nearly 1,000 rooms, and it just opened. So wanted to make sure that was on your radar. And then I'll pass it on to Janet to give you an update about our all-inclusive resorts. Janet?
Great, thanks, Ronick, and so happy to be here, as you mentioned, speaking about the all-inclusive resorts. Now, there's one place we don't have to build a beach, but if we had to, you could see we do it in Orlando. Here, we'll go through the all-inclusive resorts, and Hilton Cancun was one of the new builds, now just 2 years old, on a beautiful beach with great pools that you see in that top photo. And again, this shares great convention space with our Waldorf Astoria Cancun, which is right next door. Please remember these resorts for your social groups and destination weddings. We have on-site wedding specialists who will take your bride and groom and take care of everything while you just take care of the rooms and the arrangements. This is 15 minutes from the airport, outside of the hotel zone, so going the other way. But a beautiful resort, 2 years old, and it's gotten rave reviews from many of you who have been there. Then just down the road, we have opened just this November, the beautiful Hilton Cancun Caribe. So this resort happens to be 15 minutes the other way in the hotel zone. Sits on a fabulous beach, huge rooms here, 80% of them connecting rooms, great culinary restaurants. This doesn't have as much meeting space, but it can host great destination weddings and just some of your multi-generational groups. So now 2 great resorts to choose from in Cancun for Hilton that are all-inclusive. Then moving down to Tulum. And of course, the big news here is the airport that opened in Tulum. So Tulum is now an option that is very easy for your clients to get to. They might want to go back to Mexico and said, you know, I've been to Cancun many times. Well, now you can offer Tulum in an easy way to get there. Tulum Airport has service from some of the major airlines now. I know Delta is direct from Atlanta, so a great connecting airport. But this resort is, you know, I want to say low rise, 3 floors, great convention space. Again, sits next to the Conrad Tulum. So you have the option of the 2 resorts. Of course, Hilton Tulum is all inclusive, stunning oceanfront again, great pools as you see in that aerial view down below, and just a wonderful place, completely different culture and atmosphere than Cancun. So you have options now for those who have seen Cancun and want to do something different. Then we can move on down to one of my favorites, the Hilton Vallarta Riviera. This is all oceanfront, all suites, and you can see from that view on the bottom. I love to show the pools because it has a great view and it has a swimmable beach, which is something you don't often find in the area here. So across the street, you'll see that top photo is a separate convention space. So people who come down here, or companies or clients who have meetings, can actually take their business across the street, disconnect from the leisure side, but when they go back, they're right over there and they can enjoy everything and disconnect from the business side. So many times when you're traveling for business, families are coming along or significant others, and they can spend their great time in that pool and beach area. Again, another wonderful area of Mexico with an entirely different culture and atmosphere. And then we're going to move over to Playa del Carmen. Now, this is the beautiful adults only, 18 and above, all inclusive. And it has great, you can see that great view when you come into the resort, but it has an amazing main pool where a lot of activity happens and everybody gathers. But in those little alcoves between the buildings, you can find some quiet pools and quiet moments where you want to take a nap, read a book, and then come back out and join all that entertainment. A beautiful area down in Playa del Carmen. And then we can move over to the Yucatan Playa del Carmen. So this is just a couple of blocks away. This is a boutique hotel, just 61 rooms, is not beachfront, but has an amazing rooftop pool where the sunsets and the sunrises are spectacular. And people have a tendency to navigate there in the evenings. There's a musician, there's a sushi bar, and the great rooftop pool. And what I want to say about these two resorts, the Playa del Carmen previous and the Yucatan, is they are in the amazing Fifth Avenue shopping district. So all you have to do is walk out the front door and you can shop and you can enjoy the local culture, bars and the restaurants, but then come right back into your resort. So no transfers, no taxis, and you can have that great experience outside the resort as well as inside the resort. And then we're going to travel over to Hilton Rosewall, a beautiful resort in Jamaica, one of my favorites on the historic Hilton Rosewall plantation. This has something for everybody. It has a small water park, it has a golf course, it has a spa, and it has great event space. This is a perfect resort for your multi-generational groups, your destination weddings, and even some small business events, because everybody can go do what they want during the day and then come together in the evening to enjoy a great meal in one of the great dining venues that we have here. After Jamaica, we're going to move over to Hilton La Romana. Now, if anybody wants great beaches, these two resorts that I'm going to talk about, the family resort and the adults only, has an amazing beach. And you can see from that top photo, it's such an entrance when you're walking in. You know you have arrived into this open air lobby, and on the family side, it caters to a children's area, some activities in the pool area for them, specialty restaurants. They all have their own special areas, but they also share almost 7 restaurants in the middle, entertainment activities. And as you move to the next slide with the adults only, you get a view of that spectacular beach. And that runs across both sections of Hilton La Romana. So a great resort if you have, again, families traveling together, those who want to be on the adult side, those who are traveling with families, but then they can come together in this joint space where they can all hang out, have a great meal, and share some entertainment. And then we move over to the Mango Beach Corridor in Curacao. This is an all-inclusive resort, private beach. It is now just getting a new addition called the Riff. So there's an additional 400 rooms that have just been added to this. And we'll show pictures of that next time. But beautiful lobby that you arrive to. Again, a lot of indoor, outdoor options to eat because excuse me, Curacao is a wonderful destination to be outside. And then we know clients have really wanted to pamper themselves lately, so we have added that preferred club experience, which is Enclave, and it will become a brand standard throughout all the Hilton all-inclusive resorts. So please take a look at that when you have a client who maybe is celebrating a special anniversary or birthday. They can definitely upgrade and get those special benefits. And just like the other brands, we are expanding also. So coming soon is the Zemi Mitch's in the Dominican Republic. You would fly into the Punta Cana airport. And then also we are expanding to the Hilton Punta Cana Resort. So always something happening, always new things. And I look forward to sharing all the new updates in the coming months. So thank you, Veronique, and back to you.
I didn't know that I'm going to Hilton Cancun in 2 weeks, so
Oh,
excited
Veronique,
to
I'm going to jump in here
so
real quick here. We're having a hard time hearing you.
you. Is this better?
There we go. That's better. Thank you.
Okay. I was just saying I'm really excited. In 2 weeks, my family and I are going down to Cancun, all inclusive, Hilton. So I'm looking forward to seeing it. Every time Janet presents, I'm dreaming about my vacation. So can't wait to experience it myself. Hilton Honors, our loyalty program for travelers. We have 180 million members. Hopefully all of you are one of those. We do have a quarterly, we update a promotion. This is good for you. This is good for you to share with your customers. In order to take advantage of the promotion, you actually have to register your Hilton Honors number for that promotion. So this quarter through May 1, it is hiltonhonors.com/partner-points+. So simply go to that URL, bookmark it maybe so you could recommend it to your clients. Simply log in with your Hilton Honors number. And then when you stay with us, you'll get these 2,000 bonus points plus 500 bonus points when you use the digital key, which is a huge time saver. And I highly recommend that you try them. Maybe if you're coming to the Anatole for convention, that would be a great place for you to test drive it if you haven't already. So wanted to make sure you had that information. Travel Advisor Portal I mentioned earlier is our kind of our one-stop shop. And this is where I was mentioning you could come, click the Explore Our Brands section, and then all 20 brands will be listed there for you to come learn a little bit about. You don't have to register. You don't have to like jump for 50 hoops to get here. We know you're busy. Just come here, travelagents.hilton.com. Agents is plural, travelagents.hilton.com. Love for you to bookmark this in your browser so that you can, at a click, you can come back to it when you need it. And maybe you didn't know we had Tapestry Collection. That's a boutique hotel, very affordable price point. You can come learn about that literally in mere minutes. So we make things very bite-sized so that you could come and go and learn, as you have just a few minutes here and there. A nice part about this revamping of our portal, which happened in the last 6 months, if you haven't been here, there's now a dedicated section for the all-inclusive resorts. So you can come to the website and click the section about all-inclusives and come learn a little bit more about what Janet was talking about, and also stay abreast of all the new things that is happening, all the new things that are happening with all-inclusives. This is also where you can come if you have various questions. This is also where you would come to book your travel advisor rates. If you also come here, scroll down a bit and come to a section that says contact us, that is where the information about our business development team is posted. So if you forgot that Northeast agents have access to Tanya Pepe, you could come here, travelagents.hilton.com, click down into the contact us section, and you'll find all of the BDM's information and how to get in touch with them, including for those of you who are West Coast. Once the BDM for the West starts with us in a couple weeks, she has been in the industry, a travel agency industry, for a very long time, so you might recognize her name. You could come here and get her contact info when she starts with us as well. So this is chock full of good information for you to access. We added recently a section about new and upcoming hotels because we're still opening a hotel a day, and we've done that since 2019. So you can literally come to that section called New and Upcoming Hotels, learn about all the new openings, and also about what's coming down the pike, so that your clients see a property in the news, you can say, yes, I know all about it, and let me tell you about it. So contact us section is important. This whole website is important. I mentioned travel advisor rates. We offer them. They are 50% off best available rates for hotels that have opened in the last 6 months, and up to 50 for the rest of the portfolio. And all you have to do is literally come to travelagents.hilton.com, scroll down the page to a section that says travel advisor rates. If you try to use the little booking widget at the top of the page, you will not find travel advisor rates there. The widget is where you would book your customers if you don't book via GDS. So come to travelagentsatHilton.com, scroll halfway down the page, you'll come to a section that says travel advisor rates. That's when you know you've landed in the right place for advisor rates, and do just a simple search. No log it in, no nothing crazy for you to gain access to the rates. There's a direct booking link. Sometimes I don't like you to have to remember 2 websites, but if you go to hilton.com/travel-agent-offer, you'll come directly inside the booking widget so that you save a step. But I'd like for you to have one website that does it all. So travelagents.hilton.com would be my preference for you to remember. Unlimited rewards. I know many of you have been members for years. It's our travel advisor loyalty program that we share with Avis and Budget Car Rental. If you're not a member, I would come to travelagents.hilton.com, scroll down to the loyalty and rewards section of the website and register. We'll give you a number, and then you include the number when you're booking direct with us, GDS, via our website. If you're calling in your reservations, would just provide that unlimited rewards number in the reservation. And then once your traveler travels, we will deposit the amount of points that you've earned onto a Visa debit card that you can then use wherever debit cards are accepted. So points accrue very fast. We know how much business you're booking with us anyway, so you might as well take advantage of these extra bonuses that are just outside of the commissions you'll earn with us, something just for you to keep and to earn. So please sign up if you're not already. And if you are signed up, don't forget to use your number when you're booking with us. We also, for those of you who book those meetings and events and those groups, like Janet was mentioning earlier, we have a Hilton Honors event planner program. HiltonHonors.com/event planner is the URL if you want to go read about it. Just the gist of it is when you're booking a group or a meeting or an event with a hotel, tell them you want to participate in earning Hilton Honors points for yourself. In the contract for your client, they'll add your Hilton Honors number. And after the event takes place, they'll deposit 1 point per dollar earned, and dollar would apply to sleeping rooms, meeting rooms, any food and beverage, and any like audio visual needs that your client had. So make sure that if you're booking any groups, 10 rooms or more with us, you ask the hotel to add your number to the contract so that you can earn these points, which you can then of course redeem for free nights with us. Or you can also pay for your Amazon purchases using Hilton Honors points, which is a great tool, which I just literally took advantage of this past week. Never things for me, it seems like. We absolutely needed a table saw for some reason. So here we go, Hilton Honors points bought us a table saw last week. So wanted to make sure that you knew about that. And then booking with us, we've been talking about that. Here's another shot of that Cancun, Orlando, which you would never think this is Orlando, right? Booking, if you're on the GDS, we have a master chain code, EH for every Hilton, so you don't have to remember a gazillion separate rate codes, chain codes, EH for every Hilton. And if you are booking online, again, hopefully you can recite this back to me by now, travelagents.hilton.com, and use that little booking widget at the top of the page. Once you choose a hotel and you get to the screen where you're going to enter your client's information, you'll see a little section that says special accounts and rates. That's where you'll put your travel advisor number, which could be your IATA, CLIA, or True. We do accept True numbers as well. And that's also where you would include your unlimited rewards number once you get one or once you want to start using the one you have. So very, very simple. We make it booking through that advisor website. The advantage is we know you're a travel advisor, and we will open this little section that says special accounts. We'll show that to you. Whereas if you go book on Hilton.com, you'd have to remember to flag at the very beginning under the special accounts section that you are a travel advisor. You would check that box, and then you can find a place to add your IATA number. So that is saving you a step if you just book through the booking widget at the top of the page of travelagents.hilton.com. And that is all we have. We hope it was informative, and we're looking forward to seeing you in person in Dallas if you go. If you we're undecided, hopefully today you can make a decision to join us there. But Aaron, if you have any questions for us, we are very happy to take some.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much, ladies. It absolutely informative presentation here. And we are just truly so grateful here at ASTA for your partnership, for your expanded partnership. I had the opportunity to visit the site of where we're going to host at the Travel Advisor Conference this year. Beautiful property, amazing staff. We're really looking forward to continuing that partnership and this amazing growth with Hilton that you have talked about. Those numbers are just wow. That's really impressive to see that. And also, do I hear some home projects coming your way with that new table spa? But what a great way to be able to redeem some of those points. So I know that was a I want to say fun purchase, but I mean it's a practical purchase. But yes, absolutely, that's gonna do it here. So jumping into some questions here for you that have popped up. We've got a lot of advisors that are interested in locations from some of these resorts from the airport. So I also don't want to put you ladies on the spot with, how long is the drive from the airport to the new Tulum property, we'll say. I don't know if you know that right offhand, or is there a resource where these advisors can connect with to get better connection with those transfers are looking like with some of these resort properties?
And Erin, it's Janet, so I can speak to it. I'm sorry I had a little coughing fit before. The Tulum from Cancun is about 45 minutes to an hour, depending on traffic. So if you fly into the Cancun airport versus the new Tulum airport, which I just spoke about, you have about a 45-minute to an hour ride. If you're flying into the Tulum airport for Tulum, it's about a 30-minute transfer. Our Cancun properties from the airport, I mentioned, about 15 minutes from the airport. So that is definitely feet in the sand and a drink in hand very quickly from those properties. I don't know if there were any others asked.
There was asked about the Yucatan and then also the La Romano property. Do you happen to know those offhand?
Yeah, the La Romana, you're dealing with about a 40-minute ride also. And the Yucatan, flying into the airport, everything is about 30 minutes.
Excellent. Okay.
And again, it all depends on traffic and time of day of arrival. So it can be very, just as it is here in the States. So
sure thing. So now looking at those all-inclusive resorts, are meal reservations required, or how does that process work?
Meal reservations are not required. They are suggested if there's a specific restaurant somebody wants to eat in. Once you're on property and you check in that morning or the afternoon, then you'll be able to make your reservations at some of the specialty restaurants once you have an option to walk around and see what's there. But it's suggested, but it's not required. There's definitely people who just walk in, and again, based on season, it can be very easy to just sit down and get a table.
Excellent. Now, I know you highlighted a few of these properties being adults only. For those that aren't adult only properties, are there areas that are adults only that guests will be able to experience, or?
So what I'll say is, like, Tulum is not adults only. It's for everyone, but there is definitely a side that families navigate to, because there is a family pool and a family play section. So agents know to request to put their clients on what we consider like, near the family experiences, but nothing is blocked off for anybody. Everyone can enjoy all the facilities, but the Yucatan is adults only, the Playa del Carmen is adults only, 18 above, and Hilton La Romana does have an adults only section. Curacao, with the new addition, will probably be having a family section, which will mean that the other section will, theoretically probably just be more adults only, because that's where people will go. But we'll give you more information on Curacao, and come see us in May and June, and we'll give you that information too at the show.
Fantastic. Thank you. So now we've got a bunch of advisors very interested in those travel advisor rates and in those reward programs. So Will Hilton have a rewards program in the near future for those that book our clients at Hilton extensively?
Does it say travel advisor loyalty program?
Yeah, let's highlight that a little bit more. I believe that's what this particular advisor.
Yeah, so that would be our unlimited rewards travel advisor loyalty program. So that's the one I mentioned earlier that I would urge you to sign up for. So you would include your number in the reservations you're making for your clients on our website or when you're calling or in the GDS. And that's the one where we'll deposit dollars onto a debit card. So we have that program. We just need you to sign up for it and start using your number so that we can reward you in an additional way from a commission for those bookings.
Excellent, thank you. So let's see here. Can you book more than one room or adjoining rooms with a travel advisor rate?
You can, yes, you can book up to 3 rooms.
Fantastic. Now let's see here. Now, what is the travel agent commission rate?
Typically, it's 10% industry standard commission, 10% for accommodation companies. Yep.
And lastly, are rewards earned on third-party sites such as wholesalers, or must these be booked direct?
These are booked direct. These are for direct bookings, the loyalty program. It's also your clients. The only way they'll earn Hilton Honors points for their bookings. What happens when you book with a tour operator, and we love our tour operator wholesaler partners. We have great relationships with them. But the challenge with them is we lose all visibility as to who you are, who your agency is when you're booking with them. All we'll know is, it's a Delta Vacations or Apple Leisure Group booking. There's no field that translates to a Hilton Honors field. There's no field that is dedicated for a unlimited rewards number. So technology-wise, we can't even have that because, first of all, we don't know it's your agency booking. We just know that behind the scene it's a travel advisor, but we don't know that it's you when you're booking with them. So this would be for direct bookings. So you earn your unlimited rewards points. Your clients get their Hilton Honors points, so everybody is happy.
Got it. Thank you. Now, two resource questions here of how do I access any specific Hilton marketing resources?
Yeah, everything is on that website. I'll go back to it. The travel advisors, travelagents.hilton.com. You come here, there's images, there are videos, there's a bunch of resources you can use when you're putting a proposal for your clients right on this platform.
Excellent. And I know you went into this, and I think this is a great question to just send us out on of what resources should I be accessing to better connect with my local sales manager or my local resources? What's my best next steps for that?
Yeah, so I would urge you after this call, go to travelagents.hilton.com, click on the contact us section of the website, learn who your business development manager is, and just make a short intro. Say, I'm Mary Jane with ABC Travel, and I learned on the Ask the webinar that you're my BDM, wanted to make an introduction so that we're connected. And if I need anything in the future, I know who to go to. So it can be as simple as that. But that contact information will come in handy too for your group leads, for if you need to get in touch with a property, for a variety of different things. This will be helpful for you.
Excellent. Well, again, Veronique, Janet, thank you so much for sharing all of this information and the exciting expansion here of Hilton and for these resources available to our ASTA members. So we sure appreciate you taking the time and this valuable information with us. So what I'd like to do is now step into that prize drawing. So as a reminder, Hilton has generously offered a one lucky advisor attending live today, either a 2-night stay at a Hilton Hotel and Resorts property or 20,000 Hilton Honors points. So drum roll, please. Today's winner is Patricia Collar. Patricia Collar, I will be sharing your contact information with our presenters today, and they'll be touching base with you to get those points redeemed as well. So as I mentioned, this webinar was recorded. So if you'd like to listen to the presentation again, it will be available to on asta.org in just a few short days. So I encourage you to go back, view the presentation, get all of these resources and have them front and center for your clients for those future bookings. So thank you again to our partners at Hilton and all of you who have joined us for today's webinar. Veronique, Janet, anything to send us out with?
Just really thankful for your support, the business, and for trusting us with your customers. Hopefully you have an amazing 2024, and hopefully too, we'll see you in Dallas.
Excellent. Thanks all. Have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.
Thanks, Erin.